Once the pauses are done, I'll down the cup of tea I have beside me, get the caffeine into me, and we'll do this. Can you say YOLO? Want to hear how it sounds in an Irish accent? Probably not very cool. Your next question was whether or not they ever paid. I think you got your answer. Oh, it looks like we're almost ready to go. 6-1. Okay, so they're actually putting it back to the round where they timed out, so that one's going to be replayed from what I understand. As we can see down the bottom left of the screen, ECA Match Medic, Vici Gaming 1, Tyloo 6. I'd say that makes sense. There was a little bit of damage actually done to, I think it was Alman, who had been tagged down to like, I don't know, like 70 health or something. But the entire team timing out is a little bit unfortunate. Liquipedia is good. Yeah, Liquipedia is really good, but it's more specifics and stuff. Like HLTV, if you want to just follow news that's just getting posted, you want to see what matches are live, what matches are coming up that day and stuff, that sort of stuff, you know, to like kind of follow the scene. Who's your casting idol? I don't know. I've always really liked Vince. He was called Metis at the time when I started casting, and I always really enjoyed his casting. It was 5-1 when they started disconnecting. Was it? Okay. I thought it was 6-1 when oh, maybe it was 5-1. I thought it was 6-1 though. I think you might be right. 3 -1 kills. Ah, that's just because of ESCA being weird. They're gone now, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly get the scoreboard up, actually. I can probably check that to see. No, doesn't show anymore. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can look through the... Okay, you're right. Yeah, 5-1 when everyone disconnected. So, the person who said that in the chat was 100% correct. That explains why you don't laugh much. Oh, I do laugh. I laugh plenty. Is this the grand finale? It is indeed. Best of 5. A spot at IEM Sydney on the line. A lot for these two teams, so that's why they want to make sure everything's right. Everyone's, of course, back on the server. Pause, hopefully to be removed soon. It has actually been restored to 5-1, so there we go. That is the correct one from what we understand. They got disconnected, so it's obviously online. Well, you've never been to an Irish land then, man, because a guy called Tobin, he used to edit for HLTV, Misfits, and all this sort of stuff. He's a little bit of a messer. He was in one of the Irish lands in a round. It was like one of the last rounds of the game, and it led to a comeback because he kicked out the wire that turned off like an entire team's PCs. And that team was massive underdogs, and they were about to beat the favourites and the guys who eventually won the entire LAN. So yeah, LAN disconnects can happen as well. The round should count before they took damage before they had to leave. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would have originally, but I wasn't too sure, to be honest. I know that's the rule. Once damage is put into place, the round can't be restarted. But I'm not too sure. If someone takes like 10 points of damage and then all 5 players time out at the same time, I guess maybe the other team might agree, okay, yeah, let's just restart that round, because that's a bit unfortunate, you get me? Just out of sportsmanship, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, what the talk between the admins is. Maybe Tyloo said, okay, we'll go back to that round then. Could be anything. I'm down for the best joke. Oh, I'm not very good at telling jokes. People can put me on the joke for spots, alright? I'm a caster, not a comedian. On the spot for jokes. Did I say on the joke for spots? God damn it. $10-1 is the first score. Yeah. 10-1 seems fair. They had to wait. There's interest, right? Have a round of applause. Thank you. I'd clap, but I have push to talk on, so I can't really clap. All I can do is slap.
Counter-terrorists win.
Is this live? Depends what way you mean live. The game isn't live. Oh, hang on, the game might be live now. I'm actually not too sure. I guess we're gonna find out now in a second. Nah, game is definitely not live. I looked away for a second, so I thought when I saw it being 6-1 and everyone getting back in, I was thinking, hang on, is it live? But it's not. But the stream itself is live. That does have to be said. No reruns. There does be reruns, but this ain't a rerun. Shout out to our sponsor, Live. Have I ever bet on any CS game? Yeah, I've done a little bit of betting when I first got into CS back in like 2014. I opened one case on my birthday, the only case I had ever opened, and got like a 90 quid M4 skin, and then I bet that a little bit and traded that and got up to an M9 Fade before betting that and losing it. Didn't bet that knife specifically, I got bored of the knife, so I traded it down to a lot of smaller things that I could bet. It wasn't a good idea, I lost. Do you want to know how I lost? It was the first event where Luminosity became absolutely insane. They made a roster change like 2 days before. They got 16-0'd by Fnatic in the opening match. And then I ended up betting against them when they were taking on TSM. And TSM... And I bet on TSM and they absolutely smashed TSM. So it was a sad game. To remind myself not to bet, I put 4 TSM stickers on my my M4A1S. The default skin. Just as a reminder, these guys are good, but don't bet anyway. Why 6? I don't think it's 6. It's just it's going through the rounds while they're waiting to actually get back into the game. They keep saying they've restored it, but it's not actually going back, and it seems like we still aren't live. You thought Rerun was the sponsor? Yeah, Rerun are the sponsor of all the streams that are actual reruns. But Live is the sponsor of the fake rerun streams that are. Okay, no, I'm confusing myself now, boys. I'm sorry. This is taking too long. We need to get into the game. I'm gonna go see what's up with the admins again, because I just want to watch some CS. That's why we're all here, isn't it? Okay, I did actually have it confirmed by an admin. The round will not be restored as there was damage dealt. They were restored. Okay, hang on. They'll restore the round manually, so I don't know. Okay, I'm guessing that means they're not restoring into the round, so they'll be going into the round after everyone timed out. But yeah, what I was trying to say was Rerun, sponsor of the live streams, and Live is a sponsor of the rerun streams. So yeah. I mean, will we change the title to podcast? So that's basically what it is at this point. Why are Irish people kind of famous for being drunkards? Because it's kind of true. It's not a complete lie. It's not true about everyone. It's the same as everywhere, of course. I like a good old drink. My mom, on the other hand, doesn't really drink. My brother drinks a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah, it just kind of depends on the person, you know. You're here to see the Renegades? They're not here, man. I don't know what you're here for then. This is Tyloo versus Vici, as you can see, or at least it's meant to be Tyloo versus Vici. And I think we're actually live. It looks like it, boys. We're back into it. Let's go. CS has resumed. Hopefully no more pauses are going to take place before we can at least finish this map. That would be a nice little positive. But let's see. A gun round for Vici gets 6-1, of course. As I said, because of the damage that was dealt, it did not get restored. Meaning Vici are down one more round than they were before, making things a little bit more difficult yet again. They do have a buy though, at least, and as we can see, they're ready to make their way onto this A bomb site. Long control looking to come in, smoke towards the arch. It's going to be a wrap onto A. And let's see how Tyler are going to be able to hold this down, because they have a decent enough setup. They have a player in library, he's been smoked off for now. They have a player in the pit and one on the site. And so far, actually, trade's going to be coming back and forth. It was looking decent for Tyloo. But suddenly the kill feed lights up with Vici members. And they're on the good side. They were able to find the frags for themselves, leaving only Benta and Excurate in a very difficult retake. They have decent money, so I feel like they probably will just go for it anyway. But if they don't find a kill within maybe the next 5 or so seconds, then I think it's not really worth it, and they definitely should just back off and save. And it seems like they may have just come to that decision themselves as well, although they are still hanging around. I think their goal at this point is really just to see if they can drop 1 or 2 more weapons so that they can impact the buy in the next round for Vici. And that's actually what's happening, because Benta has been able to find one, does so much damage as well. Took a lot of damage though, sadly, which meant he did end up actually going down on the way away from the site to the bomb explosion, so a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, good work. It is a second round for Vici, but as I said, only surviving with a single player, it does impact their buy quite heavily coming into this round now. They're going to have to, well, at least Kazi's going to have to drop one over. Zoking just buys up a UMP, surprisingly. I honestly thought he was just going to take an AK drop off his teammate, but instead, Zoking buys up the UMP, drops it over to Advent, takes an AK in return. Auman should be able to buy an AK for himself, but he actually also decides on a UMP in order to get that extra utility to work with, so you would imagine that means that they have a plan, and we can see they've been kind of going heavily based on the execute styles so far. We had a good long pause, of course, so I wouldn't blame people if you can't remember what was going on before, but before that we had seen Vici trying to execute onto the A-bomb site 2 or 3 times and not finding success. So let's see now if they're going to be able to actually replicate the performance of that previous round. Scoreboard will get updated. Yeah, the scoreboard takes a little while to update. Excurate getting aggressive, needs to be careful. There is actually someone posted up on this corner. It was Auman. Going to be taken down pretty quickly though. The trade's yet to come in, and actually as they try and pile out of apartments, attacker is ready for it. Mows them down with the AUG. Excurate, he takes a second for himself and leaving only Freeman, which didn't last very long. That's a convincing gun round coming in from Tyloo. Not a single casualty. They absolutely decimate Vici, giving them no hope at all. As now they actually are put down onto a pretty weird position. Probably just going to take the 1 eco so that they can buy into this next round. Read the YouTube chat also. I'll get you a glass of Baileys if you do. I don't have the YouTube open at the moment, and I can't really go looking for the link. I've got to you know, focus on the cast. Ooh, that was a nice nade. Freeman taking a lot of damage at the bottom of ramp. Not the ideal starting to this round, and as you can see, Vici have actually somewhat invested. They've gone for pistols and Kevlar onto the majority of players. Bit of utility as well. They are preparing again for a bit of an execute, but it's just a bit of a fake, I guess, towards A. Showing some presence. They group up on Banana instead, and they have been able to find that control pretty easily. I don't think they're going to commit off the back of it, though. Freeman actually ended up taking another nade, I believe, dropping him to 3 HP, so he's been kind of neutralized now from this point forward. He's not going to be able to be too really... I'm blanking on a word here, guys. Yeah, he's not going to be able to actually be too involved. There we go. With the action as they move forward onto the bomb site. He's going to have to kind of hang back and hope he can pick up some headshots on the Deagle instead. There we go. Up short and out balcony. That's the plan. So far, not going too well. Eventually, Freeman actually does get 1 kill. But that's all they're limited to, because as you can see, a sea of blue does actually fill the kill feed. My English just isn't working right now, guys. I can't English. It ain't happening. But yeah, they're back on the buy now. Not been able to find very much, considering they did put quite a lot of investment into that previous round. It is a little bit upsetting for Vici, but they still have a good buy coming into this one. Of course, the loss bonus no longer getting reset being the biggest change. Instead, just getting knocked down one level. So they came back into this. They're again working with the full loss bonus. An attacker actually looking to get aggressive. That nade, I thought I may have actually been able to connect with someone on second mid, but not quite. So it's not going to do anything for now. Vici just continuing on with their default, going for banana control at the moment. As somebody in Bentar are actually somewhat aggressive, but they didn't decide to push down immediately, so they're only going to go for it now, looking to try and take the peak. Advent's up close on the AK. He gets one, but it's going to be Bentet to trade it out, and in the meantime, somebody had actually been able to find the initial frag, so it is actually a 4-on-3 favouring Tyloo now, a man advantage in play. And again, a position that Vici have to work off of the back foot to try and recover from. Oh, and that was dangerous from Attacker getting aggressive there into the balcony itself. But he did make it work out. All onto Kazi now. Does he really want anything to do with this is the question, because he has an op in his possession that he could just save over into this next round. Only problem is, of course, if you do actually save the op over, then he doesn't get loss bonus, meaning he will be a little bit off balanced with his teammates in terms of the economy. But with the full loss bonus, I don't think that would be too much of an issue. Mr. Caster, do you one day want to cast the Tier 1 event? Yeah, of course. I think it'd be a lie if anyone ever said they didn't want to. Honestly, they had a bit of money left in the bank as well. If they want to get the rifles, they can, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zoking and Auman rather, are willing to actually sacrifice down to weaker weapons again. Oh, Zoking actually gets dropped an AK. He gives a UMP in return, so yeah, some weaker weapons like Galil also brought into the hands of Auman. So it's not a perfect buy from Vici, but it's decent enough. See what their plan is early on. Again, not really going too quickly for control. They do have one player actually sitting on banana, just waiting to see if any aggression comes in. And right now, actually, Extra alone with the op, he could be in a pretty awkward position, because I believe he's scoped in towards the ramp. If the player who's up close goes for a quick peek, then he could definitely get caught off guard. As we see, it looks like most of the presence is going to be shown on mid. Able to go out and find control of brackets pretty easily, as Tyloo didn't really want to contest for it, instead playing back from the bomb site. And actually having 4 players on this side of the map already. And here we go. Flash goes in. Extra, as I said, he was up close. Probably didn't expect the player to be in that corner already. And sadly does end up paying the price for it. Goes down a 5-on-4 now, favouring Vici. And it looks like they still want to commit to A. Tyloo have rotated one player back to B just to be safe. That's Bentep. But there's still 3 here to try and defend this. So they're in a decent enough position, I would say. Attacker finds 2 very quickly with the AUG. And somehow it's all going in favour of Tyloo. A single trade from Kazi, but that's all that's allowed. Summer comes in clutch, as does Attacker. They were the 2 main points of that defence. And they lock it down to go ahead and confirm Tyloo with double digits. 10-2 is the score. Vici, without finding a bomb plant this time and without having any money left over in the bank, they actually do have to go ahead and take an eco now. Pistols and Kevlar at least come out, so it's not a full eco, but there's a good chance there for Tyloo to just go ahead and already take an 11-2 lead. Molly on mid, nicely timed. Does a small bit of damage, I believe. On towards Zoking. Actually did drop him to 58. Also stopped them from all pushing out mid and overwhelming the upper. So it was a well-timed one. But right now, Vici just holding. I guess expecting someone to maybe get aggressive from the CT side. The problem is Tyloo know they're up against a weaker buy in this round, so they don't really need to push into it. They know that Vici are hoping for that. They want to get up close and personal with those pistols and see if they can steal away a couple rifles to work with. Do casters have permission to swear? Well, not on like this stream and stuff, but if I'm casting them on my own stream, like my personal stream, just some open RTB games and stuff, I probably will a little bit, yeah. I won't overdo it, but if it fits, it fits, you know? But yeah, 1-for-1 trade. That's actually the op being dropped now. I haven't been able to pick up an AWP to work with. Can they manage to overcome this A-bomb site defense, though? Because they didn't in the previous round. This time, though, it's a little bit quicker to take down Summer, at least on the bomb site. But Attacker's still alive. Somebody comes in from long. And suddenly now a 1-on-2. A single point of HP for Attacker in the pit. If he gets finished off, then it's very, very winnable indeed. Oh, he actually returns a bit of damage himself. Just trying to stay alive is really his main focus here, and he eventually gets the frag. As I said, 1 point to HP, and he manages to stay alive the entire time. Why did Vici pick Inferno? This is strange, because Inferno is a really good map for Vici, and it's not great for Tyloo, so I was expecting this to be, if anything, if a stomp for either team, I was expecting it to be Vici who would run away with the scoreline and maybe lead something like 11-2. But no, Tyloo right now actually impressing me on the CT side. Of course, there's been some unfortunate issues overall. But as you can see, they are still playing quite well. Oh, Advent lines them up. Burns alive. 1G. Can we get some 1Gs in the chat? That's a real 1G. A little bit unfortunate. He actually gives over some money as well. Summer is going to be thanking him for the extra $300 he was able to get because of that. What happens to the loser of this match? They don't qualify to IEM Sydney. That's it. There's nothing on the line. The only thing you get is for winning, which is a spot at IEM Sydney 2019. So it's win or lose. In every sense of the word. Well, the sentence, I suppose, not a word, it's a phrase. But yeah, making their way into B now. There is actually one player on the bomb site currently. That is Benta. Is he going to be able to hold this down is the question. For now, just playing safe. Doesn't want to show himself and give away his position. And he may be able to catch the timing on the Zoking. Or he maybe caught himself off guard. Oh, just about finds it. Took so much damage before shutting him down, and with that now, the remaining players decide that they want to commit to A, and Attacker realises this. Hiding on the bomb site, spots Freeman coming around. He was going up on top of Graveyard, expecting Attacker to be in the pit, just because he had been every other time. This time, no, though. It was a little bit of a switch up, and there it is, the final frag as well being found. 12-2. As Vici now coming into this last round, of course, they're going to buy up, but it's not amazing. They get the rifles, they should get all the weapons at least, utility-wise, that they are going to be lacking a bit. Vici just, I don't know what's going on right now. Again, Inferno is one of their better maps. They won Mirage, which is one that I expected Tyloo to pick up, if not for it to just be a close map in general. But yeah, coming on to Inferno, they haven't been shown the same performance so far. Already the man advantage being snatched away by Tyloo towards Boiler. Somebody will be traded out on Banana, actually. I was going to say he's in a good position, but Freeman just a little bit too quick on the trigger. Not a 1G. That was definitely a 1G. Hoarding himself alive. Every sense of the word. Again, saying that, I don't know why I said that. I'd say it was worth it, though. He did get 2 kills for it. It was just a bit unfortunate that his teammates weren't able to close the round out. But yeah, here we go. Commitment to B coming in. Only a single player in the process, so a pretty decent find, all things considered. Summer could potentially spam through. I was really hoping he would, because 2 HP for Advent probably would have taken him down. But a retake is going to be the plan for Tyloo, of course. It'll be the hope. They have quite a bit of money in the reserve and a couple of players. So even if they don't win it, there's... Oh, it's the last round and a half. But yeah, they're pushing forward now, looking to try and get this retake in. The Og not actually going to be able to find either of those frags, but it weakens both players. The problem is, with the op in his hands, Excra has a tough time trying to focus on both came in. It's a 3rd round for Vici. And that does slightly keep them afloat, but problem is, if they lose the pistol, the game around in order to give themselves some hope of making that comeback happen. This has been the long... This map is so CT-sided usual. I wouldn't say this map is so CT-sided. It's actually relatively close. 9-6 maybe, I'd say, if you were thinking of the average score. It's not super CT-sided though. You do, if you're T-side, you want to be finding probably at least 5, finding 6 to be happy, and then anything past that, I think you're feeling confident. Here we go, the second pistol round going live. A must-win round for Vici, of course. No defuse kit in play. Advent decides to go for the full set of utility instead. Smoke, a flash, and a nade. Nade going down through Banana actually will connect some good damage in towards Bente, who was sitting at the tree. So, not too bad of a start into this round. They still have a smoke and a flash. Of course, the flash is ready for once Omen gets contact, rather. Actually, he's going to seemingly save it a little bit longer and wait until maybe a commitment is coming in. But yeah, for now, Tyloo, they've just got the banana control. Still have 1 minute and 20 seconds, so they're really not in a rush. So the question is, what do they do now? Normally, when you get the banana control this early on, you might want to go back and try and get mid. But with it being the pistol round, I think they are just going to look to try and straight up hit that bomb site. Smoke for CT spawn being prepared. 2 flashes still in play, so both of them are going to be thrown over. And let's see how it's going to work out for them. The player at Kyle's at least has been smoked off and kind of stopped from being able to assist, or at least they were attempting to. We tried to push forward, but look at this, straight into the spawn. Somebody, though, he has a problem because Omen wrapped around to give help. And help, indeed he did. Found that frag. Man advantage now being found for Vici, and with that, Tyloo have decided to backtrack it, running all the way around towards the A-bomb site. Still 3 players in position, though. They were expecting maybe more to have rotated from that CT side, but of course that wasn't the case. Eventually one trade from Ventet comes in. Perhaps a second eventually being found, but a 1-on-3 and ace clutch is what he needs. I'm not too confident in this happening. The bomb dropped on top of the site currently. He will be able to pick it up and take a USP to use instead, which is a little bit better for those headshots. Of course, a little bit more precise. But the problem is, trapped on the bomb site, they just push him down together, and there's nothing really that he can do. 4-12. Vici getting off to the start that they really do need here on the CT side. Of course, they're going to have to overcome the eco most likely here in this round, and then the first gun round, which should be coming up in the following. Title is Vici versus Panda Gaming. God damn it, my bad, guys. I'll go update the title now. There we go, I've updated it. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not going to say your name. I was going to say your name. I think you know why I won't say your name. Of course, it is just Glocks in this round, so we don't really expect Tyloo to be able to find much at all. A couple frags and a bomb plant would be the ideal situation for them, but it's not going to be easy. They're going towards the A bomb site currently, and as we can see, Auto Director once again doesn't want to show us anything, so I'll have to bring us over manually. But there is actually a couple of kills having come in. That's not too bad. Bente able to find one. Attacker done the same. I don't think it's going to last too much longer, but as I say that, Bente of course comes in and quickly gets a headshot on the AUG. So a 1v2, I don't know if he's going to be able to win it, but maybe he can. He's just going to go ahead and manage it. 1 versus 3. How was he allowed to win that? They were on a full eco, didn't have Kevlar, was like 30 HP. And he even gets a nice little log out of it. Apologies, there was a little bit of background noise, so I did have to quiet them down. But yeah, right now, the force buy coming out from Vici. So now they've forced, if they lose this force buy, they're either looking at an eco to play for overtime, or else they're looking to just keep force until they can hopefully pull one off, which this one they still have a chance. Casey looking, or Kazi rather, looking tempted to peek mid. Does get a little bit of damage in with a body shot. Nice little shot there. Zoking able to find one by getting aggressive through the apartments, but he was instantly traded. And with that now 2 frags being pushed forward. There's one more player to deal with on default. They're going to manage to do so pretty easily. Bomb now being planted, and that is a 14th round confirmed. As I said though, the main question is now, are they going to eco this next round and try and play for overtime, likely allowing for Tyloo to take 15 rounds? Advent would like if he could steal away a weapon, but of course, no weapons near him. I believe the weapon that was actually dropped was in towards second mid. And it's 2 more rounds now for Tyloo to go ahead, and definitely not what I expected after we seen such a close matchup on Mirage. Of course, we did see Vici take the win back on Mirage. They took a 16-4. I expected Vici to be putting up a great show, and it's their map choice. They have great statistics on it in the past. They play it very often. Tyloo rarely played a map, so Tyloo right now have just looked so good throughout this entire game. Well, let's see, because Vici are trying to fight back into it. They have 1 M4 in this round, and they're trying to make... Summer does manage to catch the aggression of Freeman. One time there is actually 2 players in position, Elman and Advent, and actually they have a molly, so yeah, that molly is going to be thrown down. Should be able to tag. Slowing down the push, of course, from Tyloo. There's still 1 more player on the bomb site to deal with, and they will manage to take him down. That should give them the bomb plant now, but they need 2 on 2 now, as it's not looking good. Summer didn't, I believe, spot the player in towards the coils, but somebody will be able to come in from... So strange, all 4 players so close to each other. Bomb just about retrieved, should be planted on time. Somebody actually gets taken down. It's the 1v1. Players were a bullet or so from death. And in the end, it is Tyloo that take the victory there, 15-4. This is advantage coming into the best of 5 due to coming from the upper bracket. Vici then picking up the first actually played map of Mirage before Tyloo come in here on Inferno. 5-7, a Deagle, a Scout, 2 UMPs. It's better than the previous buy, except they don't have the M4. It's so strange. It just doesn't like me. Volvo, please fix. But yeah, they should just commit on the A here. 7. Elman not able to find anything somehow there. How does that happen? I honestly thought they'd at least get the kill on the Excra, but apparently not. 16-1 for Tyloo. We'll be heading on to let me double check what map is next. We'll be heading on to Overpass next. Okay, that's an interesting one, and equally skilled. I think we definitely will have a close one coming up. We're not going to see another 16-4 at least. Hopefully not. But guys, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back as soon as the teams are actually being played. But yeah, if you enjoyed, of course, and if you are enjoying, make sure you hit that follow button above the stream. You can type !caster in the chat if you're enjoying my cast. As I said, as soon as the players are ready to get going, we of course will hop back on stream and get Overpass underway.
find the right words, and there's no way this is. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I'm only saying that it feels right.
When you want to get up, XIV, you should go further. You say down. To get off the darkest ground.
Cracky.
Getting high on love. They can change. We're invincible.
Come back as we hop live into the performance on would it be in their map choice and swinging. If they can take a hairy bomb cycle onto A, gonna be an easy kill for Summer. In all honesty, coming in from long, USP ready, spotting the bank walkout, and they can afford. They do manage to pick up the opening. Don't jinx it, Raheem. God damn it. They didn't want to risk it again. They go into this one straight up with a couple of AKs, frags, just drop it, a couple players, and it gives the pistols a better mates, but they need him. There is actually a trade coming in yet again. It was Bent, your name, right? Pretty normal name. I don't know anyone called Raheem, but I feel like it's an easy enough name to pronounce. It ain't something crazy as well, then they keep themselves in a good position heading onto the first gun round at least. I feel like it's an easy bomb site now, just leaving somebody as a bit of a lurk. The bomb in both rounds quite a bit, so a lot of reinvestment had to come in. They did does a little bit. Their lead. Problem is, they lost players, or Avicii are going to be able to get themselves onto the forward. Getting the mid control. Well, I guess that name. As so far, forward. Up the first point of contact. I think I'm saying a E, and it's not happening. The op of X grip, both. Okay, I'll try say. Slow shot from Kazi. It's happening right now. A 2v2. The bomb yet to be planted, but I feel like it's harder to flood. Teammate by shooting the guy he was running at right now. A 2v2. Back. It's damn it. Hang on. Give me half a sec. I'm gonna cheat. Everyone blame Roxas. Roxas 710. I'm gonna wait. He was the one who jinxed it. Get him, boys. Do you like milk? Of course I like milk. He needs some milk. Who was the one who jinxed it? I don't know. I'd say it was you. Need some milk. Yeah, milk's nice. The questions and answers, the Q&A. Yeah. Although I don't really sound like people from my area normally sound. I'm not from like a normally sound. I'm not from like a done 3 best of 3s Friday morning and then a best of 3 this weekly black unless you I suppose. It's definitely better for Tyloo though. Again, always the equal trades is usually going to tend to favour the T. So we have the action resume. usually going to tend to favour the T side just because of Og, which I'd say is a better weapon, especially when you're trying to hold that site as being the sole defender actually on the site itself. But as you can see, assistance from heaven gonna be found, and that's Vici now taking a third round in a row. Equalize up, or I can say 33 in a third, but I don't know how much better it works. Your favourite EU/NA team? Damn it, I just like some good CS. I like some interesting people, you know. But it shifts his attention over towards long. He finds that he can control the pace. Keep a little keyboard binding scheme going there. I was trying to think of more, but I'm not that great. Ting. Screw you, old man. But yeah, Tyloo still have plenty of time left, so they're not really in a rush. They have around a minute. It looks like they might try and favour over towards A, but of course with the amount of time that they have, they could still really go anywhere. They know they have the B water control. Or, well, actually they don't know they have the B water control. That's the problem actually. So they may be kind of influenced and kind of forced into just funneling their way towards that A bomb site, which could be an issue. The thing is, of course, Vici, they didn't decide to actually keep that short control, so I'm not sure if they're aware or not whether Tyloo have been able to maybe get back control of it, so they haven't really decided to take that gamble to rotate off of the site. But here we go. Action coming in. It's Zoking to find two. For some reason, again, autodirector doesn't work, as it decides it doesn't want to see the action, but Zoking is just holding this all on his own right now. Eventually goes down, but he done more than enough and allows for Kaze to just go ahead and finish it off with the op. 5-3 for Vici right now. Taking up 5 rounds in a row. Full loss bonus, of course, for Tyloo, but without the bomb plant coming in, they're not going to be able to afford to buy, sadly. That's the score by maps. Yeah, as Eternity1110 said, Tyloo are currently leading by 2-1. You can actually see it up the top. It says best of 5 series. Each star that's highlighted represents a map. So, just for future reference. It's not always on, though, because it is something that has to be turned on manually by a server admin, I believe, and manually changed as well. So, it's probably why most people don't really pay attention to it most of the time, because it's not always there. But yeah, it's another eco from Tyloo. They're able to get a little bit of Kevlar around the pistols, etc., and some utility. Excess cash, of course, with that loss bonus being built up. Around 3 out of 999. 4 now, but yeah, it's gotta make sure there's no upsets, you know? Yeah, looking to be a quick play towards A now. Problem is that Molly slows them down. The smoke on short as well, kind of keeping them at A for a couple of extra seconds. And by the time they finally begin to push in, rotations have already come into place. It's just a lockdown now. Eventually Summer gets one with the dig, but I don't expect a lot more to be found. Bentet, the last man standing, and he's not standing anymore. Lying flat on his back. That's going to be 6-3 as the pause is called. It's Tyloo calling it, and I wanted to say it's a tactical, but it seems like a technical, boys, because